Hello friends, today we are going to talk about the principle of Gram staining. Gram staining procedure was developed by Hans Christian Gram in the year 1884. The purpose of the Gram staining is to differentiate the bacteria into the two groups, that is, one is Gram positive bacteria and next one is Gram negative bacteria. If the bacteria is Gram positive, then it will retain the purple color. But if the bacteria is Gram negative, then it will retain the red color. How is it possible that one is showing us the purple color and another one is showing us the red color? And the answer is, it is based on the differences in the cell wall and its components. Now let's see about the differences in the cell wall structure of Gram positive and Gram negative bacteria. The peptidoglycan layer is present about 90% of the cell wall in case of Gram positive bacteria, but in case of Gram negative bacteria, there is very little amount of peptidoglycan, that is only 10% of the cell wall. And similarly, in case of Gram negative bacteria, it consists of the outer membrane. The outer membrane consists of thick layer of the lipids, but it is absent in case of Gram positive bacteria. It consists of the teichoic acid. And the reagents used during the Gram staining procedures are four: crystal violet, iodine, dechlorizer and surfanin. The crystal violet and the surfanin, they are the basic dye. Why basic dye is used? As you know that the bacterial cell wall, it consists of the negative charge, that is acidic in nature. The crystal violet and the surfanin, it is basic in nature, that is it consists of the positive charge. And as you know that there will always be affinity between the positive and negative charge, which help us in the binding. The iodine is used as a mordant. Cb and iodine, it forms the CBI complex, that one is the strong CBI complex. In case of Gram positive bacteria, when the dechlorizer is used, that is alcohol, when the alcohol is used, then in case of Gram negative bacteria, this outer membrane, as it is composed of lipids, the lipid will be dissolved. All of the portions will be dissolved. As a result, this peptidoglycan layer is exposed. And in such condition, the alcohol will increase the porosity, that is, the permeability will be increased, and it will create when the permeability increases, there will be more pores, the pores will be bigger. As a result, all the CBI complex will be drained out. All the CBI will be washed with the water. But in case of Gram positive bacteria, there is not lipid like that of the Gram negative bacteria. So, and similarly, the porosity will be decreased. When the permeability decreases, then the CBI complex, they cannot go out. As a result, CBI, what is the color of the CBI here? That is purple color. This will be retained in case of Gram positive bacteria, but look, in this condition, the CBI which was present initially, due to the increase in pores, due to the increased permeability, we have lost the CBI complex, so there is not the presence of CBI. Now the last step is counter stain with the surfanin. In case of gram-positive bacteria, it will not retain the color of safranin because it has already bound with the CBI complex. It has got strong affinity with CBI complex as before. But in case of gram-negative bacteria, we can see the color has gone already. There is no any color. That is this color. And here it will, when we put the safranin here, then it will take the color of the safranin, this cell wall. But in case of gram-positive bacteria, due to the color of crystal violet, it will still be in the purple color. And at last, this gram-positive bacteria will show us the purple color, and during the microscopic observation, this gram-negative will show the red color. This gram staining procedure is done only for the bacteria that has the cell wall, but there are also some kinds of bacteria which don't have the cell wall, like the Mycoplasma. In this way, we can differentiate the bacteria as gram-positive bacteria and gram-negative bacteria. Thank you.